Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy these videos, please click like and subscribe. And if you click on the little bell, you'll be notified of future videos. Linda Soltzfoos was an Amish girl that tragically disappeared from an Amish community in Pennsylvania. She was walking home from church. The man accused of her abduction has been charged with killing her. This would be Justo Smoker. Now, Justo Roberto Smoker, 34, of Paradise, is charged with the criminal homicide of kidnapping and false imprisonment in the June disappearance of the 18-year-old Linda Soltzfoos. The teen's abduction was caught on security camera near her home. Given the circumstances of her disappearance, specifically that she was forcefully abducted by a stranger, we always feared that she suffered a tragic fate, the Lancaster County District Attorney Heather Adams said Monday. After careful consideration of all the facts uncovered by the investigation as a whole, we are now in a position legally to charge Smoker with murder. Stolzfoos was reported missing on June 21st, Father's Day, when she failed to return to her home in Bird in Hand community, a community that is just east of Lancaster with a large Amish and Mennonite population, according to the FBI. She was last seen alive on a farm on Sumpton Road. Now, the security camera caught his car. Linda's body, unfortunately, has never been found. She was 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighed 125 pounds, was wearing a tan dress and a white apron and a black head covering when she disappeared. As of Monday, she remained missing despite extensive search that included dozens of volunteers from her own community. They all meet with Linda's family on a regular basis to pray and mourn. So I'm sure that they will never give up the search for her. And even though he has been, Justo, the monster, has been accused of her murder, I thought that I would ask the cards for insights as to where her body is and see what happens. And this will be important for you to also tap in, because the cards will give hints and clues, and I may not catch them, and you might. So let's ask. Right now, well, let's first ask the cards. Actually, I'm going to ask, what do we have to know about this? I'm going to ask the Anna K. What do we have to know about Linda Soltzfoos? Wow, she had her whole life ahead of her. She was a happy girl that had her whole life ahead of her. And she enjoyed walking out in the sunshine. She was a very happy woman. I might pull several cards, but where is Linda Soltzfoos right now, in this moment, right now? Where is she? He's the manipulator. So that's the manipulator. And actually, if you look closely at this card, he's not who people think that he was. He is a master manipulator. Oh my God. I want you to notice the facial hair that goes around his nose and circles around his chin. And now I want you to look at this card. 100% he did it. Look at that, the facial hair. You can't make that up. Wow. So what did you do with her, you monster? Let's hope that we can get some insights into this. All right, so this person obviously is not right in his head, because here's the head, and he's got a wounded past. This guy's got a past, a history. He is not right. He is not right in his mind. He's had a terrible history. So where did he put her body? There's a tree. Let's pay attention to this. There's a tree with twisted, you have to pay attention to every clue you get. So he's placed her body in an area that he's familiar with. He's familiar with an area. There is a twisted tree. Okay. It's on the other side, or this could be like he's on top of higher land. So this could be like I have to go up to higher land. I have to go up to higher land. He's up on, it's up on higher land. Of course, she was trapped and trying to get away, which is pathetic. I wish she would have escaped. Down some little remote road. So it was some little remote place where he could get his car, and there's grass. There's possibly, like this shows me something in the middle. Now, yes, this could be a shadow, but this just tells me it could be a field road. Like it could be somewhere where he could have driven his car up. So he could have, and it was field, and there was a house way far away. And see how it's up on a hill? There again, up on a hill, up on a hill, up on a hill, overlooking, and you can see at least one farm way off in the distance, and there is like a field road, and he's familiar with the property. He knew where that field road went to. And that's actually where he did her in, is right where he was going to dispose of her. And this is allegedly with tarot cards. It's not based upon facts. This is for entertainment purposes only, but none of us should be entertained by this horrific event. I feel like this is her thinking, knowing that possibly her life is going to end and really being traumatized. This person's a monster. I wonder if she's wanting to come through in this. I think we should tap into her. But there's definitely flowers in this field. It's remote. She's in a sack? In a sack. In a sack. There's a sack here. A burlap bag. A sack. And I feel like he put her there at night. This was at night. And there again, we got this sense of height, like the mountains. Height, a field. It could have been foggy. Yeah, here's the height. It was high. I mean, you got him the second floor. It's high. They have to look up high, not in the lower fields. They've got to go high. Is there a field road that goes up high? And I feel like she didn't know the area where she was going. All right, let me tap into her. I don't know, does she believe in this? Would that be right? I better ask my cards, because I don't want to tap into her if we're not supposed to tap into her because of her belief. So, because we don't want to violate anybody's belief. Is it morally acceptable to attempt to talk to Linda Soltzfoos through the tarot cards? She says they're going to keep looking for her forever. And this is the belief. This is the church. This is representing her belief. This is the mainstream church card, but it could be her belief too. And so it's hold up. Okay, so is there somebody else in the spirit land that we could talk to that would know about where she is and not communicate with her? You always have to honor the belief system of the person that you're working with. Okay, so there is somebody. She had a guide. Okay, let's communicate with the guide. All right. So does Linda, or does Linda know where, was she familiar with the area where her body is? He put a lot of brush over it. So she's in an area where you can see a field. There's trees off in the distance, and there's brush. But I don't think she was conscious when she was there, because she didn't know this person, or she's looking at him and didn't know him. Okay, so she possibly was deceased before she knew where she was. I want to say there's a number 4, and I want to say that this could be as far as 40 miles away. And I don't know why I'm saying that. I feel like this could be 40 miles away. Here it is, way up on this big hill. And I feel like this hill has a name attached to it. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know if it has a name. I don't know Pennsylvania. I don't know if this big hill has a name. But yeah, in a car traveled a distance. This is verifying why I thought this was more distance than what they think. I think they're looking like in the immediate surrounding, but I wonder if there's gas station footage where if he went a good distance, if he had to fill up with gas. But anyway, because this is like traveling, and here she is covered up, scared out of her mind, and he took her a distance. And he wanted to hide it to where nobody would find it. This is the high priestess. He thought that this would be a secret. Nobody would find out. And his manipulation tactic that he thought would work. Is her remains or her body going to be discovered? Is she going to be discovered? It looks like she will. It looks like this could be a hunter or somebody in the woods with a dog that does discover her. Because see, the paws are in the ground. I feel like the dog is going to start digging, and it's going to discover. Someone's going to discover her, because this is a woman. And here it is. It's going to be further away than they thought. It's going to be further away than they thought. I wonder if there is a lake that's named after somebody, that's nearby. See the water, stepping into the water. I wonder if there's water nearby. And this is travel. You travel on horses, you travel in a boat. So this is definitely, she was moved out of the area. Yeah, now we got water nearby. And had to carry or drags, carrying something awkward. God, why does that 4 wands keep coming up? A buggy trail. Here's like oxen or something carrying a buggy on a buggy trail, like it's a place where buggies would go through, but not really traffic. I don't know what else to say with this. It's really hard. Have you guys ever tried to find lost items with tarot cards? I mean, it is really, really difficult. I'm going to use the Ghost Tarot, and I'm just going to pull a couple of cards from this. Okay, I don't know. This is a hard deck to read from, because this makes you almost think that it's near water, but I didn't get the sense that she was in water through any of those cards. Yeah, she obviously realized he was a monster attacking her. And he is a monster. I'm just glad that he got caught. There's a lot of trees around the area, and there's a clearing, and then there's I think she's going to be found. I don't think this is going to be completely unsolved. Somehow somebody's going to run across her remains, and then they can finally have closure on this, which is what we all want, this beautiful young woman that had her whole life ahead of her to have closure. So if you guys notice anything in the cards that I missed, let me know in the details. But how about if we all send the energy that she be found, just for the fact that so the family can have closure. Just really say your prayers, or say whatever to the divine, whatever your process is based on your belief system. Let's all put our energy together that this young woman be found. So, because there's nothing worse than never knowing where that beautiful young person is. So let's put the energy out there that she will be found, because I really think she will be. And the monster who did this, we can be happy that there are security cameras. So we live in the country, but almost all of our neighbors, including ourselves, we have so many security cameras on our property. I don't have to worry at all, man. There's security cameras in trees, the barn, the house, everywhere, the shed, everywhere. And nowadays, you guys, security cameras are cheap, right? They're cheap. And you can buy them all over the place. So do it. Let's all get security cameras, because that is what caught this monster, is security cameras, caught the whole thing. And so if every single person they should almost make them free. We should all have security cameras pointed everywhere. And that way these people aren't going to get away with these crimes. They're not going to get away with them if we can just get security cameras everywhere. And I understand in Amish communities that they don't have power and they might not be able to. But in this situation, a security camera, someone along the road could have a security camera. And I just think it's a really good idea. I would not be resistant if they put them everywhere, because if it really eliminates crimes like this, that would be such a good thing, a relief for all of us. And think of all the lives that would be saved if the criminals knew that everything they did was on camera. I mean, that alone would make a difference. So thank you for being on my channel, and prayers go out to this beautiful young woman and her family and friends left behind that are grieving. And we certainly want them to have closure, and we certainly want to honor their belief system. So thank you very much for being on my channel, and we'll just send the energy that this young woman be found.